What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. This your host Trey. That's my homeboy Face,
What up, world?
and we finna come right back at y'all with part two of the reaction from the game between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. But we're also coming with a few other things tonight, you guys. So do not turn off your TV when we get going. Because to be honest with you, we finna really turn up tonight, man. We going over the game. We going over the chess match. We talking about my top eight centers that I spoke about last night. We're going over a little bit of what's been happening with the trade rumors between every single team and every single player that you care about out there in the NBA, man. So first off, let's get this thing turned up and let's get it started. Face, you didn't get to speak last night, man, on the game. And what exactly occurred with the Miami Heat and the fact that they were up at the end of the second, or they were up going into the second quarter. They were up going into halftime. They were up going into the fourth. What the world happened, man? Like Jokic comes out, 28 points, 12 for 16 shooting, 16 rebounds, 4 assists with 4 turnovers. Then you got Jamal Murray come out there, 14 points, 6 for 15 shooting, 8 rebounds, 8 assists with 6 turnovers. We talking 6 turnovers, brother. Six. That's 10 turnovers between the two best players on the team. Okay. This game was laid out on a platter for the Miami Heat. Spolstra had the opportunity of a lifetime to be a coach that came back, and even if he didn't come back and win the series, he had a chance to win the game. And he just did not meet the moment, man. What happened, Faith?
Man, the Wizard had a bad day of coaching. It ain't no way. Hey, listen, it ain't no way possible for me to be in a game as tight, even when they were down to 3 points. You have this man available. He has fresh legs. I understand you don't want to throw him out there in the fire because he ain't acclimated to the to how the game's been going. But the whole time, it was only his hand that was broke. It was never nothing with his legs. Spoke. You have to put your 3 point shooters on the floor. That's why you was available. That's why, because guess what he'll do, Trey? Even if you don't put the ball in his hands to win the game, if you put him on the floor, that's going to make a defender have to respect his space. They're going to have to stick to Tyler. So that gives your other players an opportunity to make a shot. I don't understand what Spo was thinking. You have your best 3 point shooter available. You are down 3 points. I'm, hey, what you waiting for the next game? Come
Bro,
on, Spo.
brother,
I
bro.
know that was
And
that was that was that was a bad chess move by Spo, man.
man,
Because
he got
even
exposed. Spo got exposed. That's what just happened. All right. What just happened is Spo got exposed. The championship Spo got, you got that with LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh, brother. Okay. Yes, you've been back 2 times since, but you also lost 2 times with LeBron, Bosh, and D Wade, which is almost impossible. So I can understand why he lost that last one to the Heat. Okay, when he lost that, I mean not to the Heat. When he lost that last one to the Spurs. When he lost that last one to the Spurs, you had Kawhi coming into his own. I don't understand why they gave Kawhi the Finals MVP that series because LeBron James averaged
hey,
35 points a game
hey,
that series, and that they still gave Kawhi the MVP. But my thing is, I can understand you losing that one, but how did you lose to the Dallas Mavericks? I don't care what LeBron was doing out there. That should have never happened. That was impossible to lose to the Dallas Mavericks. Okay,
but
a Dirk Nowitzki
last
led
night,
team. You know, I'm not disparaging Dirk, but what I'm saying is this. Okay, Spoelstra might actually not be what we all think he is, or what they voted him to say he is.
I'm gonna say, I say this. He's a great coach. But he just had a brain for the simple fact. You know, I go. Sometimes you have to show your players trust. I know that you haven't been playing this whole for a few weeks. I know that this is the final, but I'm pretty sure my player understands the magnitude of the game. You don't have to necessarily sit him in there and tell him to shoot the ball to win you the game. You put him in the game, hey, I need you to go out there and help us win. However you see fit, whatever you comfortable with, I need you to help us win. With him on the floor, it automatically draws a defender to him. Put him in the game just for that reason alone. It don't matter if he takes the game winning shot. That's going to make the defense have to be whether he.
Reactive.
I don't
It's not that it's going to take them out of proactivity.
you were down 3 points. This your 3 point shooter. You were down 3 points. This is for the marbles. What do you think about Stokes? Hey, maybe he knows something I don't know, but it ain't no way in the hell I would have not put that man on the floor at 2 different crucial points. When they came back and tied it up, you supposed to put him in the game just to mix it up, just to throw something at them that they haven't seen.
Something
They
they
haven't
ain't
really been
seen.
planning for
You got a wild card joker sitting in your pocket and you ain't pull
fresh
it.
legs,
Fresh
fresh
legs.
legs.
Look, be honest with you, Tyler Hero might be up for trade right now. So at the end of the day, what were you saving him for? Are you saving him so he's super available for the trade? There, at, Spoelstra failed the team, brother. But he wasn't the only one that failed the team at that point, man. Because be honest with you,
Jimmy Bucket head ass, Jimmy
and look,
Bucket head.
he got
They
ahead of
put
himself. He got ahead of himself, man. A lot of people
y'all
sometimes
gave up
they get to the
attention.
moment. That's like when Mac Jones did the Mac 10 thing or whatever like that, Mac 12, whatever that is number, whatever he is, Mac 10, something like that. When he uh when he trademarked that, and now Jimmy, you in the middle of a playoff run, you go into the finals, you take the time to trademark, and I'm not gonna say it because then I'll have to probably pay you or something like that, but we all know what you trademarked. All right, brother. Right now ain't the time for that if you focused on in-game goal. If you focused on winning a championship, you shouldn't be thinking about trademarking something. I'm just saying that kind of showed a kink in his armor for me. And then what he said after the finals, talking about if you go to the Hall of Fame and if you get voted in the Hall of Fame, you ain't showing up, brother. You understand, like you when you get voted into the Hall of Fame, that you are getting accepted or picked to be on the greatest team of all time with the greatest players of all time. There's a duty that comes with being selected to the Hall of Fame, whether it's the NBA or Basketball Hall of Fame or the NFL Hall of Fame, whatever the Soccer Hall of Fame is, because I honestly don't know what it is. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. All right. But I do know the Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay. All right. So, and I know the Baseball Hall of Fame. And when you get in that fraternity, that's a tight knit group
But
because you
who they
wearing
talk?
something
I know
like
Jimmy
that's
Buckets ain't talking about Hall of Fame.
what's up?
Jimmy Buckets talking about Hall of Fame.
Oh, you missed it, brother. So Jimmy Buckets decided after his finals loss, first he said that he is going back to the finals again and he is going to win this time. Okay, it ain't over. Then he also said that
I like Adrian Barner.
they asked him about his Hall of Fame credentials, and he said even if I was to get selected into the Hall of Fame, I'm not showing up.
No, he know that. We just see you ain't show up to the playoffs. So if you ain't show up to the playoffs, I know you ain't gonna show up to the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna say the final. You ain't show up at the final. You show up for the playoffs. You had some good, but they don't give you too much attention. I think some people don't deal with attention very well. Jimmy Bucket's one of them dudes, man. The underdog story was going. Everybody was aboard the bandwagon. You understand me? But at the same time, you have to play better, especially if you're talking about going to the Hall of Fame. But right now, you look like you need to be on the Walk of Shame for real. That 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 wasn't no stellar performance, man. That's why I said about It ain't always about the amount of points that you score. Sometimes it's when you score these points. I seen him throw up a 3-point shot. He ain't had no business shooting that shit. Jimmy, you're not a
You're
what you
not a
consider a high volume or a high
you're not a
percentage
bucket. You're not an
three
automatic
point
bucket,
shooter.
brother. You're not an automatic
Yeah,
bucket.
but he did some of the things. If you pay attention to the game while he was up, he did some of the things that I was saying for attacking early, going to the line, getting to the line. You see, he did that. It was helping Miami. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it just wasn't enough. Matt Struz had a good game. He was, I told you, he was slinking up the gym all the way up until that last game. He tried to get some of his pace back, but it was a little too
Man,
late.
Max Strus gave you 12 points and 8 rebounds. That's an okay game, I guess. But at the end of the day, that's not what you need in the NBA Finals closeout game where you getting gentlemen swept. That's not what you need.
You left 20 points. You left almost 20 points sitting on the bench the whole game. Tyler Hero averaged 20 points all season. You left 20 points on the bench the
Hold on.
whole
Let's just be
game.
honest. Let's just be
This
honest
is the
about this.
type
Hold on.
of
Let's
shit
be
we're
on.
talking about.
Let's be honest about this, okay? I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna give Tyler Hero. You average 20 points. Now, let's say you got a bad game and you give him 10. That 10 points could have been major because guess
That would have
what?
won the game.
Guess what? That would have won the
They
game.
would have won.
That would have won the game. you know, but it is what it is, man. Miami Heat did what they did. They did what they
Yeah, we're
did.
gonna go. Yeah, we gonna stay. But I'm gonna just say this: why go through the process of having the doctors clear this man if you're not gonna play him? To me, you already conceded to the fact that you ain't gonna win.
That's the
I don't think
52
none of them
fake
had
out. That's the 52 fake out, dog. The ultimate 52, blue 52 Omaha.
everybody.
That was the Omaha. He
Anybody that
called, that was his Peyton
anybody
Manning.
on that Miami organization, anybody dealing with that Miami organization, I'm pretty sure questioning why didn't you throw him in there at some point? At some point, just to
But
see.
hold up. But that's just like why in the NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks, okay, did you not, since JJ Barrera, okay, was in LeBron pocket, okay, I mean like in LeBron pocket for a majority of that series, they were hitting him with JJ Barrera, they were hitting him with Jason Kidd, they were hitting him with a little bit of Dirk, a little bit of they were hitting him with a lot of different variations. Okay, Dwayne Wade was having a great playoff all the way up until that finals, and even in the finals, he still gave you I want to say like 25 or 28 points a game. Okay, and there
I
was
really,
more
I
opportunity there was more opportunity out there on the court. You had Chris Bosh. You really weren't feeding him. Shane
LeBron,
Battier was still there. He wasn't getting the
LeBron James
time he was
supposed to,
supposed to be getting. LeBron wasn't supposed to be the alpha yet. It was supposed to be D Wade. You know what I mean? But
but LeBron said, anytime you get JJ Barea on you and you LeBron, you supposed to punish him.
I
It
know,
ain't no hip hop.
I know. But that's the
LeBron
thing.
supposed to get on the
LeBron.
block
But that's the
and
thing.
punish.
He didn't coach. That's what I'm talking about Spoelstra. Remember, there was during that time where people were calling for Pat Riley to come out of the press box the same way he came out the press box when Shaq came there because they was unhappy. The people were not satisfied. The Miami Heat, if I remember correctly, through December before the or through not December through November through the end of November, they were like 500 or something like that. LeBron's first year there. Just saying.
But we ain't gonna go back to LeBron series. The
Nah, but I'm just
so
giving it.
so you
I'm
got.
giving reference to the fact
I
that
know what you're
Spoelstra
saying.
has done this
No,
type of stuff before.
I I probably wouldn't have put him in there and expected him to come out here and win us the game or win us the series. but I would have showed some trust in my player. I know that could help my team win. I would have had to just see what was going on. I'm not. He said we're gonna watch the game. We go. What game was you watching? What was you waiting for? What was you looking for, folks? It was the perfect moment. You're down 3 points. You have a 3 point shooter on the bench, your best 3 point shooter at that, on the bench available to you. Why not put him out there? All he got to do is go and come off a screen and shoot. It wouldn't hurt it. If he missed a shot, what they going to say? Oh, you should never put him in the game? Well, guess what we saying right now? You should have put him in the game. So you damn if you do and damn if you don't. But if I got a major component to my team sitting on the bench available to me in the NBA Finals, I have to utilize that.
Anytime you
That's
got a
just the
bullet
bottom
in the
line.
gun, anytime you got a bullet in the gun, you better pull that trigger, man. You got a bullet in the gun, you better pull the
Pull it.
trigger. You gotta pull it.
Hey, but we already know. We already know they rider. We already know they had a cap gun from the jump. So
Yeah, I
ain't
mean when you shoot when for the season you shot 38% to 30 somewhere between 34 and 38% from the season, that means that you
those
honestly was you got worse than a cap gun. You got like
the
it ain't
whole
even
Miami team was a cap gun. Every one of them shot dud on one night or the other.
yep,
Except hey, I gotta give Bam
his
his
props.
props
Yes.
because
Hold up
you
now.
played the
Got
toughest player on the team and you showed up every game.
Got to give Bam his props because he surprised me. All right, I talked trash about Bam. I talked trash about Bam when they were playing Boston. I talked trash about
I
Bam.
remember.
Yeah, I talked trash about Bam in this series when it was coming into the series because I didn't have faith in Bam. I don't like Bam as a player because of he never grew his game until now. All right. What you just saw from Bam Adebayo was a growth spurt out this world. That's like when somebody goes from 5'9" to 6'7", 6'6" over the summer. All right, that's what Bam just gave you just now, man. The whole world needs to appreciate the fact that Bam just showed you the versatility in this game, the ability to play defense and make it lockdown monkey D. Okay, even if he can't stop Jokic, he at least was a gnat in his eye and his ear. Okay, then with the rebounding, he stayed on the boards, cleaning the glass. All right. And he was consistent with it. He's not always hitting double digits on his rebounds, and he consistently did that throughout this series. Everybody needs to remember that. He's also not an average 20-point a game scorer, but he gave you close to 20 points a game. Like what Bam just did was an out of body experience that I hope and pray that he can continue. Salute to you, Bam. You did a great job. I hope that you can continue it. Don't give up, but y'all need to go get Dame.
And Jimmy Bucket, you need to start sleeping behind the wheel. Because at one time you scored straight 8 points for the Miami Heat. You scored straight 8 points. I understand. But it's points in the game where, Jimmy, you had to play better. It ain't no way around this. The expectation that you have put upon yourself by playing great for them few games, I'm not gonna say you no superstar player. I'm not gonna put those expectations on you. But the games that you were playing, Jimmy, you had to play better in order for y'all to win and have a chance to win. I don't feel like you was on the gas the whole time. You feel what I'm saying? You took some plays off, and it showed. Because at the end, you were still as close as you could have been. You feel what I'm saying? A one
Yeah,
shot away.
a big fact, y'all. That's big fact, man.
Let's
Listen,
push. Cause sports, I really want to sit down because I believe your mind is a great basketball mind, but sometimes you have to use common sense. You outcoach yourself. You pull the move that was too smooth for your own good. You outcoach yourself. The only way to outslick a fox is let him outfox himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what you did. Because you had it available, you could have used it. It ain't no telling what the outcome would have been. At least I'd have showed my player that I don't put my trust in you. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You go out there and do whatever you do. I'm, you couldn't hurt us no. You couldn't hurt us no more than you did. But for me to beat 3 points and have my best 3 point shooter available on the bench, I don't care. He's been sitting up for 6 months. If I need to find my card, smoke. You dropped the ball on that one, partner. You dropped the ball on that one. And you went from a chess master to a checker player. You went from a chess master to a checker player real fast. So,
Real
hey,
quick.
I want to get to the list of yours. These, these super eights. So I want, I want to hear this list of yours because I ain't get the chance to hear it. Because you sent it to me, I watched some of it, but I didn't get to finish it. So I want
Okay.
to hear these super eight again.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Last night, for those of you who did not tune in, all right, actually, I'm gonna do you one better, man, so that we can get this thing out a little bit faster to you guys. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna release this video that we have right now, and then I'm gonna give you another video tonight, right now, and we finna talk about this Super 8 reaction to what exactly happened last night with the best centers of all time. So, this your boy Trey.
Let's talk about it.
That's my homeboy Faith.
Face.
We gonna holler at you. Peace.